Hey guys, and welcome on into another episode of Props from Terry. I'm your host, Terry Edelman at TE Picks on X, ready to break down today's slate. I've got 5 player props that I'm going to be giving out in Major League Baseball today. If you haven't already, check out the CFL free pick video I have for tonight's game. 4 player props in that game, coming off a 2-0 night in the CFL on Friday. Thanks to those that bought my MLB premium play last night, the Milwaukee Brewers picking up right where they left off before the All-Star break, cashing a plus 160 money line premium play in Major League Baseball yesterday. With that being said, I do have 2 premium plays available today. Picks and parlays, winners and whiners, and StatSalt links are in the description below. But first, we'll start by taking a look at what happened on the show yesterday. Starting with Nick Kurtz, over 1.5 hits, run, and RBIs. Kurtz got a single, and someone was on base. I think someone was on the second or third base. So 1 hit, cashed the over 1.5 hit, run, and RBIs. And then just to make sure, he ended up hitting a triple later on in the game. And then Brent Rooker hit a triple right after him. The Athletics trying to come back in that game. But we had already cashed Brent Rooker over 1.5 bases before that triple as he hit a home run earlier in the game. And so cashing both of these props, and they just made a lot of sense taking both of these props yesterday in Major League Baseball. Fortunately, the Washington Nationals team total, I should have stayed off. The Nationals couldn't score a run against Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease on the road. So really, the Nationals are kind of banned going forward. I just have no interest in them with how they've done this year. Second game is the Baltimore Orioles and Tampa Bay Rays. Gunnar Henderson getting a double at some point during the game, so cashing us towards the end too. So he took his sweet time, but he got there for us, cashing the over 1.5 bases. And then Ramon Laureano did get an RBI, but unfortunately did not get a hit or a run. So unfortunately a loser there. So if you just tailed these 4 props yesterday, you went 3-1. If you tailed on the team total as well, you went 3-2. And if you tailed the 2 CFL plays, well, you had a great night, as did I. So we'll try to replicate that here again on today's slate. And we will start here with the first game, which is the Cincinnati Reds and the New York Mets here. In this one, Nick Martinez on the mound for the Reds, Clay Holmes on the mound for the New York Mets. Clay Holmes overall 8-4 with a 3.31 ERA on the season, so he's pitched pretty well for the Mets. And then Nick Martinez hasn't pitched so well. In his last 7 games, he's 3-2, but with a 7.04 ERA. He has had a couple rough starts in the month of July, including against Miami, where he gave up 7 hits and 10 earned runs. Before that, 9 hits and 4 earned runs to Boston, and then in his last game, 5 hits, 2 earned runs to the Colorado Rockies. So things have not been going too well for Nick Martinez lately. And I'm going to do something that I don't really normally do a lot, and that is bet on something involving the New York Mets. If you have not heard me talk about the New York Mets before, they are, for some reason, a team that screws me over 99.9% of the time. Player props, though, I have had some success with the Mets. So I'm going to trust in Juan Soto here this afternoon. Over 1.5 bases, plus 112, and home run, plus 310. Soto has a home run in 3 of his last 4 games. So he's seeing the ball, hitting the ball very well right now. He's 1 for 1 against Nick Martinez, and that was a home run. He hit a home run. So I took the home run prop, and I also took the over 1.5 bases prop. I didn't want to just take the home run prop and then have him hit like 3 hits that weren't home runs. So decided to go with both. Over 1.5 bases, plus 112. Home run, plus 310. Both at Bet Rivers, which had the best odds for Juan Soto this afternoon against the Cincinnati Reds. Tommy T is taking over 9.5, and sounds good to me. I'm not taking it, but because the Mets will screw me over. But I would like to see a lot of runs, obviously, with 2 props here for Juan Soto. Moving on to the second game that I'll be talking about, the Athletics and the Cleveland Guardians. Here in this game, on the mound for the Athletics is Luis Severino. On the mound for the Guardians is Logan Allen. Luis Severino, overall 2-11 with a 5.16 ERA. His last start was at home against the Blue Jays, and he looked really, really good in that game. Unfortunately, the Athletics, with some errors and just some overall bad play, 5 runs against Severino, only 1 earned in his last start, though. So he's given up at least 5 runs and 4 starts in a row. He's just not pitched well at all. And then on the other side for Logan Allen, 6-7 with a 4 ERA, is coming off a win in his last game against the White Sox, but back-to-back losses before that. So looking at this game here, you guys know, yes, I'm taking Nick Kurtz. Over 1.5 hit run RBIs plus 105. Kurtz, multiple hit run RBIs in 5 consecutive games in 8 of his last 10. I took him for Rookie of the Year. So if you guys haven't checked out that video, check it out. I'm going to be looking to back Nick Kurtz the rest of the season, assuming that he stays hot. Of course, if he goes cold, which all players do, then obviously I'll stay off. But till then, I'm going to be rocking and rolling with Nick Kurtz. Why am I not on Brent Rooker today? Well, Rooker's over 5 against Logan Allen. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and predict that he ends that 0-5 today. But being 0-5 is just enough to keep me off taking Brent Rooker here in this game. I am, however, taking Jose Ramirez over 2.5 hit, run, and RBIs plus 115. I know over 2.5 looks a little bit high, but Ramirez, at least 3 hit, run, RBIs in 7 of his last 8 games. So he's been incredibly consistent, whether the other pitchers are walking him and he's getting runs, or sometimes walking with bases loaded, he gets an RBI, or he gets hits, guys on base. He's just racking up the HRRs. He's 1 for 3 against Severino with a single. So hasn't necessarily smashed Severino around, but does have a hit against him. Severino not pitching well. I like runs on both sides here in this game. I think the score was 8-6 yesterday. So I'm hoping for something like that again here today. And then we'll have a good chance at cashing both of these props. Moving on to the third and final game here between the New York Yankees and the Atlanta Braves. 2 teams I haven't really talked a lot about. This is the first time, because I had to make the background for them, that I've had a prop. Yes, it's involving the Braves, so I'll give it out early. But my first time betting a Braves prop all year long, which is surprising because they're the Atlanta Braves. But 43-53, they've just had a horrible season this year. With that being said, though, Will Warren is on the mound for the New York Yankees. 6 hits and 2 earned runs in his last game. He did have that fantastic game before that, though. 4 hits, no earned runs against Seattle. But his previous game before that, 10 hits, 8 earned runs against the Blue Jays. And overall, Warren pitches much better at home. He's 5-3 with a 3 ERA and 10 home starts, but 1-2 with a 6.75 ERA on the road. So Will Warren hasn't had much success on the road. I'm going to be taking Jurickson Profar over 1.5 bases plus 155. He has got that in 5 of his last 6 games. He has been one of the very few bright spots for this Atlanta Braves team. If you wanted to go with the over 1.5 hit run RBIs, I do like that more. I do like that more than the over 1.5 bases. The issue, though, is I think it's around minus 125. So I ultimately went with the over 1.5 bases here at plus 155 at Bet365. But he's done that 5 of his last 6 games. Warren struggles on the road. So I like Profar to get a double or a couple hits throughout this game. So to recap, Juan Soto, over 1.5 bases and home run. Half unit on over 1.5 bases, 0.3 unit on the home run. Nick Kurtz, over 1.5 hit run RBIs, half unit, and then half unit on Jose Ramirez. Over 2.5 hit run RBIs, and then a half unit on Jurickson Profar, over 1.5 bases, plus 155. If you want more picks, 4 CFL picks in the video that I gave out last night, and as well 2 premium plays in Major League Baseball today. Available picks and parlays, winners and whiners, and stats all. Links in the description below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Appreciate all the support. And we will see you guys back here again on Monday. Premium plays will be available for tomorrow. If I do have a player proper too, I'll post them on X tomorrow morning. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next show. Best of luck today.